makeup lovers, welcome to Enchanting Eyes, where every week we'll be bringing you cruelty-free makeup tutorials. So the reason I've got all this crazy colors on is, if you are a regular, you will know that this is from last week's video, which we will link below. Okay, so today's video is something that I'm super excited about, something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. So as you can see from the titles, we are doing a Battle of the Bronzes Drugstore version, Drugstore edition. That's the one. It's quite YouTube. So we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Drugstore bronzers for you. Obviously all cruelty-free. Okay, so the first bronzer, so excited about it. I always used to see people raving about it online. Everyone talks about, oh, best drugstore bronzer, and then I'm like, come on, South Africa, really, when are we gonna get this stuff here? And then I found it at Discam, and I literally had a little like jump up and down, message KB, look how excited I am. And here's Josh.
Oh, hi, I just wonder what he's doing. Can I just have one?
It's Easter time, and that means eating bucket loads. Basic. Anyway, as I was saying, this is the butter bronzer. Yay! Is it worth the hype? Yes, I love it. And it smells like, Katie says it smells like a pina colada. It smells like coconut to me, which is the same thing really. It's so nice. It blends so easily. I've got the shade light one. Is it just called light? Yeah, I think they've just got light and dark. At least that's what we found here. They are a little bit hard to find here, so you just sort of have to keep going to a whole lot of Discams to find them, but when I did, I was so happy. So I'll give you a little bit of information about it. Alright, so the Physicians Formula Bronzer, the butter bronzer, as you can see here, this is how big it is. And it is 11 grams. It is 220 Rand plus minus. Couldn't find the price online, but I think that's about what I paid for. And if you work it out, it's about 20 Rand per gram. It is matte, it's not shimmery, it blends really nicely. It gives you more, I like more of a browny orange, sort of like a warmer tone bronzer, which I feel like this is. It blends really nicely, it smells good, which is half the reason I think why I really love it, is because of the smell, to be honest. So this I would definitely recommend. This is sort of at the moment my everyday go-to bronzer. Alright, so I'm going to give each bronzer a rating out of 5 sun emojis, because it is a bronzer and haha, we're talking about tan, give us a nice, you know, sort of beachy look. Anyway, so the butter bronzer, I am going to give it a 5 out of 5 sun emojis. It is slightly smaller than the Essence bronzer, but it is amazing. It's still good value for money, the size. The blending is good, so 5 out of 5 for you, Physicians. Okay, next we have the Palladio matte bronzer in the shade Nude Beach. And this shade is quite dark. You do get, I believe that I actually just ended up getting the darkest shade. But like I was saying, I like more of a warmer toned bronzer, more on the browny side, just to give my face a bit more color because I'm so pale. So this I literally just like barely even touch it with the brush, and I use it more to mix in with my contour shade to give it more of a warm tone. But definitely for deeper skin tones, this I think would be perfect for you, because it's kind of hard in the drugstore to find a lot of darker shades, so I think this could be a go-to shade for you. Otherwise, just dip in lightly. It's not shimmery. I don't like shimmery bronzers at all. It blends really well, and I actually want to try this out again when I tan myself for my wedding. Yay! Which is really soon now. It's like in a month's time. So when I tan myself, I actually want to see if this will work even nicer for me. So let's give a little bit of information. Okay, so it is 10 grams, so it's about the Physicians Formula one is 11 grams, so it's just slightly smaller. It's 145 Rand, so a lot more cheaper than the Physicians Formula one, and it works out to 14 Rand 50 per gram. Why can't I read or do maths? Okay, so it's like 5 Rand cheaper per gram if you compare it to the Physicians Formula one. So the Palladio Nude Beach Matte Bronzer. I am gonna give this a 4 out of 5 sun emojis, purely for the fact that the shade is slightly off for me. Other than that, I really like it, so 4 out of 5. Okay, next we have the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder, and I use the shade Lighter Skin. So if you compare the sizes, you can see that the Essence one is a lot bigger, and it also has a really nice coconutty smell, but I really like this as well. So I sort of go between this one and the Physicians Formula on a daily basis. It is really nice, it is matte, it blends out really nicely, it's long lasting. I feel like I don't have to touch up a lot with it, and especially for lighter skin tones it works really it's in that it's not too dark so that it almost looks like you've used a really orangey fake tan color, and it's not too light, it's just the perfect in between, and it is huge. I mean, look at this thing. I've only ever bought one of these. Alright, so this is 15 grams. So you can see compared to the Palladio one, which was 10 grams, it's quite bigger. It's 75 rand, so by far the cheapest so far. So cheap, so good, and so big. I really love this stuff, and it works out to 5 rand per gram. When you compare it to the Physicians Formula one, it works out to 20 rand per gram. That's like, what, a fourth of the price? So it's really good value for money. So if I have to give this a rating out of sun emojis, seeing as it is a bronzer, I would say I give this 5 out of 5. Like, I love this stuff. Like, if I had to travel and take one bronzer, I'd definitely probably take this or the Physicians Formula. Okay, next we have the Catrice Sun Glow Matte Bronzing Powder. It is water resistant and it is in the shade medium skin. Anyway, I'm definitely not medium skin, I'm translucent, but I really like this. This is what I'm wearing today. So you can see it's sort of a warm tone, but I feel like it's not too orange. It's more of like a browny warm tone, which just makes me feel like a little bit more sun-kissed. So I really like this. It is matte and it is 80 rand. So yeah, so it's a little bit more than the Essence one, hardly, but if you look at it, it's like half the price. But it's a really nice tone. I really love the tone of this, so I would definitely repurchase this. Don't shame me, I am blonde. Okay, so it's 9.5 grams, it's 80 rand, and it works out to 8 rand 40 per gram. So I would say I would give this like 3 out of 5. Okay, next we have the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer in the shade Ticket to Brazil. Alright, so it is 13 grams. It is 120 rand and it works out to 9.20 per gram. So if you compare that to the Essence one, it's almost double the price per gram. When if you look at the sizes of them, they're pretty similar. So this one you're paying a lot more for pretty much the same size. It's got a slight, I just fell on my face, a slight coconut smell. It is more shimmery, however when you put it on the face it's not so shimmery. So it's a slight glow, more like a very tiny dewy sort of a bronzer. Oh, and what I did want to say about this, it is more of a warm tone bronzer as opposed to more of like a cool tone. I like my bronzer to be in between a warm tone and a cool tone bronzer, just so that it doesn't look too orange on me because I'm so pale. So I found that this one is just slightly more on the orange side for me. So I would give this one, I think I would give it a 3, because the size is really good, the price is really good, the blending is really good. Just for me, the tone is slightly off for me, but I feel like a lot of other people might really enjoy this. I feel like it's just personal preference in terms of shade for your skin tone. The last bronzer. Ta-da! It's tiny. This bronzer is from NYX. It is a little single bronzer that you can put in your build your own palette ones, and it is in this shade Tan. I love this bronzer. Like literally, I think the only reason I would choose to use the Essence and the Physicians Formula Bronzer over this is because of their size, so it's more value for money. Alright, so it is 2.7 grams and the Essence one is 15 grams, so yeah, a lot smaller. It is 60 rand and it works out to 22 rand per gram, which is the most expensive out of all of the bronzers now. The Essence one was 5 rand per gram. Saying that though, I do definitely think this is worth it because the shade of it is just so nice. Yeah, it's just matte. The color and it just works perfectly if you're pale to me. It's not too orange, it's not too brown, it's just the perfect in between. It blends out nicely. Saying that though, it is pricey for the drugstore compared to the other side. So I would give this a 4 out of 5 sun emojis. So that's it for today's video, guys. If you like these shorter videos and specifically like the battle of the bronzers, battle of the highlighters, then let us know in the comment section below and give this video a thumbs up or a crooked thumbs up, or you're like Chandler. Does anybody get that reference from Friends? If you don't, I don't even want to know. Anyway, we will see you on the next video. Bye guys.